What's up, everybody? Bill Tendo here. And you know what? Today I wanted to do something kind of positive because sometimes we talk a little bit too much about negative stuff. And I'm scrolling on Reddit today, and I see this post just a couple hours ago. And the truth is, sometimes we need some positivity in our life. And, this guy, his name is Gaga Gadisco HV. I don't know. I don't know screen names. Why people pick them sometimes, but whatever. It's always personal to you, and I guarantee that means something to the guy. So cool for him. But the point here is so I run a game group on Facebook. We have 16,000 members, and we see these game room tours all the time, and it is massive, giant game rooms. My buddy Wakeman has a game room. It looks like something that could only be from a movie, but it's real. And I think sometimes we get lost in all that, and this guy is updating us on his collection. And as you can see, this is all of his collection right here. I'm trying to keep my big head out the screen so you can actually see this. Sorry about that. But here's the thing, is how much I love a smaller, or this is what I would consider an average size game collection. Not everyone has room in their house for a large game collection. Not everyone has a ton of money for a game collection. Now, I don't know this gentleman. I don't know his situation. And I don't even know if it's a guy. I'm just going to say gentleman for ease in my mind. I put this little image together of who these games belong to. But, good for him. He might not have the space to go all out for one of these giant game collections, or also to the point he may just be really happy with where he's at. Because me personally, at one point, I had a game collection that took up about 500 square feet, and I whittled that down, and it's very, very small now because I realized most of that stuff I was never going to play. And so I started getting rid of it. I started selling it off. And, now I only buy things that I'm going to play. So, that's another video I would like to talk about, how resellers, a good reseller is good for the community. I myself am a reseller. I sell games full time on my website, BillTendo.com. I have games, everything video game related. We have toys, we have all kinds of stuff. But, I do this full time. But even small resellers, that's a cool thing because they treat you with a personal touch. You're not going to DK Oldies or GameStop and getting ripped off or anything like that. You're dealing with another person who maybe just has an extra copy of a game, or maybe they sell games part-time, and that's helping out their family with a couple extra dollars, and you get more of a personal touch. So I do enjoy dealing with resellers most of the time because I don't have everything, and sometimes I want to play a game that I don't have, and I'll have to call someone else that sells games, and I buy from them. So good for them. I know a lot of people are really, really down on resellers, and I don't just say that because I'm one of them. I say it because there are community responsible and ethical resellers that you can deal with. But that's a whole nother subject for another time. I wanted to talk about this guy's game collection. So he's got, obviously, let's jump in here. He's obviously got his two TVs going. He's got his flat screen. He's got his CRT. Cool, because, man, that N64 looks better on this TV than it will ever look on that TV. I don't care how you get the Retro Chink or, a Eon or an M Classic or whatever you do, it's still going to look better on that CRT, at least to me. I personally have a Sony Trinitron, and I love the thing, and it's just classic. Also, the game, I get made fun of by my family because when I test my consoles, all of my retro consoles actually get tested on my Disney Princess CRT. And they all like to make fun of that. And I'm like, I'm never going to sell that TV. It's a cool little TV, and I have a granddaughter. She comes over sometimes. She lives in Louisiana. I live in New York, so I tell her it's hers. That's all there is to it. I'll never get rid of it. But that's what I use for testing consoles and games on. So we're going to jump over to the first picture here, which is obviously what we were just talking about. So we got a great little Animal Crossing scene up top. Very well done, very nicely put together. We got a DS right here. It looks like a Pokemon, one of the little Gigapet Pokemon, so does that. Game Boy Dreamcast. Got a Zelda box down there. A couple toys, nice. Got the Indigo GameCube, fucking classic, man. I didn't start playing GameCube until probably about 10 years ago, and I'm really, really glad I did, because there's a lot of great games on the GameCube that I had never got to play before, and one of my favorite games now is Chibi Robo because of that. And then we have the Japanese, I call them the Icy Blue, because they're clear blue on top like the American Funtastic Ice Blue, but it has a white clear on the bottom, and you can see it here on the bottom of the controller as well. Those are pretty awesome. You just swap out the tray in here. It'll play American and Japanese games. A CIB one is really cool to see. I like those. I get them sometimes and sell them. They generally sell pretty fast. We call these Icy Blue, but if you could see this sticker here, in Japan it was called the Clear Blue. And they have a red model also, and the red one is called Clear Red. And then they also have one that is like a smoke black on top and ice on the bottom. That's the Just Go. That's a rare console. They're hard to find. There was less than 5,000 of them made. They also have, in Japan, they have the same color as our Funtastic Grape, but they call it Midnight Blue. But the thing is, it was only released in Japan at Toys R Us, and so it's more rare than the American Funtastic Grape. And my personal favorite of all the Japanese N64 consoles is known as the Die-Hawks. Now, it's got like a clear orange top, but not the same clear orange as the Funtastic Fire Orange from America. It actually has like some little swirls in it and such. And the bottom is a clear black. Now, not the clear black like Smoke, the American Funtastic Smoke. It is darker than that and somehow more translucent. I don't know. But yeah, that's the Die-Hawks. It's called that after the Die baseball team. It's a pretty cool console. There's less than 5,000 of those also. Got the Resident Evil 4 Game Boy. GameCube, sorry. Game Boy Color. Got that thick boy DS, the launch model. I used to have one of those. I love it. I see my guys got some JP games here. I see Yoshi. I see Majora's Mask Big Box, which came with the expansion pack. This Pokemon box and Animal Crossing for JP GameCube. Those are cool as shit. Pokemon box in the United States is, you're looking in the thousands. I don't even know how much it's worth now, but you can get this game for $50. I have it sometimes. I sell it for $50. The JP version. It even comes with the memory card, and it's the same memory card that came with the American. And the memory card itself generally sells for $50. So totally worth it. You buy this. You buy a GameCube that plays Japanese games. You're probably going to pay $100 total instead of $1,000. Got a nice little DS. It looks like a 3DS collection there. You got some PS1 games, a lot of everything, some Dreamcast. So, this is the kind of collection I like. There's no waste here. Like, my guy is just playing stuff. Oh, by the way, all of these are Japanese GameCube. And these are American GameCube right here. So, JP GameCube cases are half the size. If you remember the case, the little clear case that, your Game Boy Player disc came in, those are the standard Japanese cases, except they have a dust cover over them. So those are pretty cool. I always like holding them because they feel really neat in my hand. Also, I have average size hands, but it makes me feel like I have giant hands when I'm holding one of those. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I really like it when people have average size collections or smaller collections. I find that really awesome because the truth of the matter is, for one reason or another, they have a regular average size collection, but when you have a smaller collection or an average size collection and not the giant collection, there's generally no waste there. Like, you're not buying games just to take up shelf space. You're not, it's just shelf filler at that point for a lot of people. Because, I mean, how many people have 10,000 games are actually going to have time to play them all? Very few. So when you have a collection like this, like, every one of these games gets played. This guy enjoys everything he has, and so that makes me excited. And when somebody has a small collection, and then, like, I'm just starting out, here you go. Sometimes I see negative comments, somebody trying to talk them bad because, they might have a large collection, like twice the size of this guy's collection or something, 10 times the size, whatever. But, like, don't talk down to these guys. They're just coming into the hobby. They're just starting this awesome fucking journey. We're going to get out there and you're going to learn about all this stuff and you're going to find all these games you want to play and you're going to get what you want to play. It's all part of the hobby. You get out there and you hunt it down and you find it and you finally get to play this game you've been wanting to play for a long time. And that is an excitement. So when I see people with small collections, I always get excited for them because they just getting started on this very exciting journey of discovering all these things for the first time. Kind of wish I could do that with a lot of stuff. We all want to go back in time and watch a movie again or play a game again for the first time. These guys get to do that. They're doing that right now. They're playing their first time right now. Remember how you felt when you was playing Ocarina of Time, the first time you ran out into Hyrule Field and that music kicked up? Dun, 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 dun. Like, the rush it gave you. Like, these guys are about to feel that for the first time. And that's awesome. And, I don't really have much else to talk about. I just wanted to put something positive out there because there's so much negative out there lately, and I'm guilty of that too. I post critical things about, businesses or people, and, well, maybe not any people, but definite criticisms of businesses. But sometimes we really need something positive. And as I'm scrolling through Reddit today, I see this collection, and I'm like, this guy obviously knows what he wants and enjoys absolutely everything he has. And I find that amazing. That makes me happy. That makes my heart happy. And I love it. And I want everybody else to love this kind of stuff. So, guys, I'll check y'all later. Like and subscribe. Who knows? One day maybe I can hit 500 subscribers. But, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great